Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Late Night Leo's Talk Stimulus Plan with Eric Veach from Geckotropolis. This is your host, Morgan, and I have my co-host.
How's it going? I'm Eric.
How's it going, Eric?
It's going. How about you?
Oh, I'm glad to be back. It's good to be back on the air.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I've missed the show, so I was excited when you asked for a co-host. I couldn't jump at it quick enough.
Yeah, I know it's been really busy around here, but just finding time to do at least one show. This is like the second show we've had this year, so it's good to try to get back on track a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. But, hey, that's why we're here to talk stimulus plan.
Yeah.
Sorry I'll apologize to all the listeners. My dogs. I have a 3-month-old puppy, and I have an older dog, and the puppy gets rambunctious. So I apologize now.
Nobody cares. It's an animal show.
I'm sure, but you might hear a fight break out, so got to apologize for that.
Yeah, the more animal sounds in the background, the better, I think.
Probably. My geckos don't make too much noise, so it's kind of a pleasure to go into that room. Yeah.
I would like to get some screaming type of reptiles in my gecko room. That would
sounds like you need some tokay geckos.
Oh yeah, or just a bunch of fresh leopard gecko hatchlings.
Exactly. I have one that likes to scream. Yeah,
have a whole wall of tubs and just go by with a stick, just drag it down the wall. No, don't do that at home, kid.
No, don't do that at home. Just come up with a plan on how you could open up all the tubs at one time and then rotate fake hands in there, and they'll all scream at you. And then it'll be like you have a house full of kids.
Yeah. Or record it and then just play them, like, on top of each other, all the screams. So it just sounds like this horror scene going on in the background.
Exactly.
All right, so I guess we're on a short, tight little schedule, so I guess we should get to the first one. Ray Roner from Designer Geckos, he has the Leopard Gecko Advisor book, and his deal is that if you contribute at least $20 to any reptile rescue operation, animal rescue, or animal shelter, you'll get a free signed book plus free shipping. So not only are you not even paying Ray, you're just donating it to an animal shelter, and just send the receipt to Designer Geckos. And if you go to the Leopard Gecko Advisor page on Facebook, you can see all the information. So, I mean, you're not even paying Ray. Ray is paying you to donate $20.
That sounds like a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
I mean, books aren't cheap these days, and I mean, just to make a donation to a good cause for any animal, any rescue, I mean, anything like that, why not? That's a darn good deal. Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, the book itself is like, I think it's $35 or something like that. But if you donate $20 to your local rescue, then he'll send you a book for free. So.
Exactly. That's then what, the $8 shipping on top of the $35 book for a $20 donation? Yeah.
Yeah, and the next, all of these are my favorite. So each one I'm going to say is my favorite. But this one, Mike's Fat Frogs, is donating not just one, but, I mean, he's got thousands of frogs. So a 3-pack of Pac-Man frogs. You get a peppermint, a tan, and a lime green albino for $100 ship.
I saw the picture of those things, and I couldn't believe the quality, to be honest. I was like, he's really doing that? Like, he's giving away basically three quality Pac-Man frogs. So I was, like, amazed.
Yeah, and he did the deal on his page, and he put them at 105 shipped. So if you just tell him Late Night Leos, you get $5 off of that. So
there you go.
Yeah, every little bit helps, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, especially just helping out breeders. Right now when the economy's bad and we need to get some animals moving, it's really good to do that. And if you guys like stripes, Jeremy from Jagged Edge Reptiles has a trio that's a 1.2, one male and two females of striped het tremper possible het eclipses for $150 shipped. So that's basically like $50 a piece, which is a really good deal, and then free shipping if you just want to think about it that way, which shipping can be like $50 to $75 depending on where you live.
Yeah, I know from California to places in the Midwest, you get quoted $70 to $75 for shipping. So, you know, $50 for shipping anywhere is dang fantastic.
Yeah, I know when I shipped like Michelle in New York or Brian in Memphis, it's like almost $100 for me. So.
Exactly. You know, and a lot of the small breeders like Jeremy, they produce very good quality animals, and it's not like they have this gigantic deal going on with FedEx or Ship Your Reptiles or anything where they get 60% off because they're sending out thousands upon thousands of packages a day. You know, these guys are just doing it because it's a hobby, because it's fun, and they get to interact with a lot of people, meet a lot of cool people. So you don't get those discounts because you are only doing a small portion of shipping with them, according to FedEx and, you know, other companies that do tons of shipping. So.
Yeah, you got to, I think it was like 150 packages you have to send a year just to get like the first tier of a discount.
I don't even produce 150 animals in a year, so I'm not even going to ever get near the 2% discount they might give you.
Yeah, 2% off of like $98.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's and I mean deals like this, reaching out to people to do a late night Leo's deal is also good because it gets business for, you know, new people listening to the show or even new breeders can get a good deal, and then these breeders can get new customers that'll last, you know, for as long as those people are breeding. Hopefully it's more than 2 years. But
yeah, it's you know, well, we're talking stimulus plan because it is really tough. I mean, you know, I have late night Leos to thank for a lot of the breeders that I know now. You, Jeff, Jeremy, Brad, SC Gecko, Steven. You know, I've talked with many of people because of late night Leos, and that's the coolest part to me. I mean, yeah, it's great sharing our animals, and it's a lot of fun seeing what other people are working with, but, you know, meeting the people is great. And, you know, like I said, we're talking stimulus plan because it's not easy. It definitely right now for the hobbyist breeder is not easy. Yeah,
and I mean, I started out listening to Late Night Leos too. I mean, I've only owned the show for, you know, a year and a half, and people don't realize that it's been there since, you know, for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know.
Yeah, I started listening in like 2009 and 10, and it's great to have something to get information from and meet people.
Yep, I agree. Yeah,
on to our next breeder. We've got Brad from SC Geckos, and I can't remember if Brad agreed to the $100 shipped, but Brad has got a few animals that he has offered up for the sale. One is an eclipse from his OSE project. That's an orange stripe eclipse, or what he's this patternless stripe eclipse.
Yeah, sweet-looking animals.
Female. Yeah, they're really, really nice if you're looking for some really high-quality orange stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then he's got a patternless stripe Mac Eclipse that's possible het tremper, and it looks awesome. And that is
all of his do. I mean,
Yeah.
Anybody that follows him and sees his animals knows that he puts the time and effort into them. You know, you can totally tell that he really worries and stresses quality. You know, that's the key.
Yeah. It's really cool. And this Mac Eclipse is also temp sex female. So, I mean, Brad's not just throwing a bunch of males out there, you know, a bunch of males that are left over and he can't use. He's giving really high quality females that he should hang on to.
Yeah, but, I mean, most of us do hold on to a lot of the females, and then, you know, you breed, you temp sex for that one, maybe two males that you might hold on to for a couple seasons, and then you offload the other ones, but it's the females that you really value. So for him to offload a female and, you know, put it up for late night Leos, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, and his last one here is a temp sex female panther gecko, and it's a striped red from his. I don't know if did you see his like motley patterned panther gecko male that he's got?
I have not yet, but I'm gonna go check it out. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it's got like circles going down the back of it, like it's a stripe, but it's got like these circles. I guess that's called a motley pattern, and so he's tossing up a female from that project, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm definitely gonna check out some of those things. Yeah, I'm looking at the geckos that he posted, and man, that panther chameleon or chameleon. I got a chameleon at my house right now, so I've got chameleon on the brain. But the panther gecko looks freaking awesome. I saw that, I guess, the other day, and I was like, no freaking way. So, yeah, he's got good animals up on the site.
Yeah. And Michelle from Rampant Reptile said that she wanted to be a part of this, but she is doing the Rochester show. So if you just tell her, Rampant Reptile, that you listen to Late Night Leos, then I'm sure she will give you some kind of awesome discount because she said she would. And tell her Morgan forces her to give you a discount.
Forces. There you go.
She'll listen to that.
Yeah, exactly. She will.
And then Geckos has... I'll put a link in the chat room. He's got what looks to be like it's going to turn into a nice little tangerine or like lavender tangerine.
Yeah.
So that's
yep.
Yeah, and then we've got.
It's cool. It's cool looking. Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah.
I was agreeing. No. It's cool looking. You know.
Yeah. It's cool to just like anybody to just throw something out there. You know. I mean, I wouldn't care if it was a normal, because
that'd be something different, actually.
Yeah, trying to help out a little bit, you know. Just do it.
Exactly.
Everybody do whatever they can to help out the community. That's what it's all about.
Yep. And
then we've got Dennis from Magical Geckos. He said that he would make an album for us, but all I have to share is his For Sale album. Because he's out of town and has a new phone and he's in another state and doing crazy stuff. I can only imagine what happened this weekend that he needed a new phone. So.
Yeah. Hey, you don't ask. He's probably in Vegas. Yeah. You know what happens there.
Yeah. So he has like over 200 leopard geckos that are like at crazy prices, just super super reasonable. And then what he offered up, which is like an insane deal. Now, I always talk to everybody that has Wheeler Eye, and you know, I'll pay $150 cash if you've got it, you know, because I figure $200 shipped, you know. So Dennis says to me, he has 3 Wheeler Eye, and for listeners of Late Night Leos, if they say Late Night Leos, Oh, I'm reading what Sharon. Everybody's messaging me all at once. It's like, just wait until the show is over and listen to it again for the information.
There you
go. Yeah, Jeremy's got more or he's got more Leos. He just needs to make an album. But I'm sure that this will give people time to listen to the show over the next week. I know 4th of July is crazy and all that stuff. But anyways, Dennis, Magical Geckos, he has 3 Wheeler Eye for $150 shipped each. So if you say Late Night Leos, that's insane deal.
Yes, it is. And Dennis is a stand-up guy. I mean, anyone that knows or has even followed his page, they know that he's not pulling something on you or anything like that. I mean, the guy is pretty honest. I mean, I've never talked with him in person, but I've seen his interactions on Facebook and stuff, and the impression that I get is that he's a really honest guy. So. Yeah,
and I have Dennis to thank for. He came on and did a whole show about vending reptile shows, and I guess Staples and Walmart can thank Dennis too, because I spent like a fortune on like an ice cooler and all kinds of crap for the show. So, I mean,
there you go. See, he was stimulating the economy as a whole.
Yeah, his show was like. It was like 2 hours of him just telling you what you need to buy for the show and not really, he talked about his stuff a little bit, but it was more to help everybody. So that was great.
Which is good, and I think I listened to that one. I probably caught the recorded version, but so.
And then our final one that we've got set up before we take callers is if you all want to go to check out Sweet Sassy Exotics and More. It's a new group on Facebook, and you guys can just join that and go share your pictures with people because, that is what it's all about. And then, of course, we've got what?
I said, yes, that is.
Yeah. And we've got Fire and Ice Geckos. They said that they would give 10 free geckos away for tonight's show for the callers. So if you guys want to call in to 1-646-716-5403, and Ben from Fire and Ice Geckos said that he would do that.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. And,
no, he didn't.
No, he did. I was going to say, that's pretty awesome if he did. Man, you had me going. You sounded sincere.
I should have let you keep going.
Well, I'm gonna say it on air anyway, but even though I'm pretty busy at the moment moving and getting ready for vacation, gonna go to Sturgis again this year, but I'm riding from California and taking my time coming home, but even though I wasn't mentioned in that thing, I will be doing a Late Night Leos album, and I will be putting geckos in there. So once I do that, when I get back in the middle of August, anybody that messages me or puts a comment on any of that stuff, I will honor the $100 shipped. So I will be putting geckos up there, and most likely I'll be putting packages up. I have females that I will be letting go of. So just so that it's out there, not to, I didn't want anyone saying, oh, well, the guy that's on air isn't doing anything. I fully intend to do something. It's just right now I'm trying to get the home situated, get ready to go on this vacation that I've been planning for 2 years. So just trying to get things sorted out and, don't want to get everything lost in the big chaos that is happening right now. So threw that out there. Let's take some callers. It sounds like a good time for that.
Yeah. Yeah, if anybody wants to buy geckos from me, I'm going to Ukraine for 2 weeks, and the less I have to force someone to take care of, the better. So I will also honor the $100 ship for Mac Eclipses.
There you go.
There's plenty to choose from. So, yeah, let's go ahead and bring Matt on. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Hey, Matt, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Oh, good. Thanks.
Yeah. Very cool. So where are you from, Matt? What's your breeding name? What do you go by?
I go by SoCal Herps on Facebook.
There you go. You should check him out, guys. He not only does Leos, but he's also doing hognose snakes, and he's producing some pretty cool hognose.
Hognose, crocodile skinks.
Yeah, that's true. I almost forgot about that. You're hatching those right now, correct?
Yeah, just hatched one this afternoon.
Sweet. That's pretty awesome. So.
Yeah, these guys are pretty amazing.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen yours in person because we happen to be neighbors and friends. But yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of things about them, and heard that that from not just you but other people that they are kind of difficult to breed in the sense that they don't drop that many eggs, so they're very hard to get a hold of.
That's right. I mean, they only lay maybe 5 eggs a year if you're lucky. I've had years where I didn't get anything out of females before, and I have, let's see here, 10 different pairings.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you've increased your pairings since we last talked.
Oh, yeah. I increased a lot because the sheer number of, I'm really trying to stop the importing business on them. It's so many people I talk to tell me they get fresh imports and they just don't make it because the stress that they go through shipping is just really bad for them.
Okay, and then the imported ones probably don't last very long or don't breed very well, if at all.
If at all, I mean, you don't know what you're getting when you get the imports. You could be getting a 15-year-old male, and he's only got maybe a year or two left to live. You just don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That stinks. That stinks. So, you have any geckos for sale?
I got a few geckos. I'm not like you guys here. I just have a few Max Snows and patternless Max Snows.
Hey, Morgan's got some Max Snows if you want to add some to your collection. So, are you going to be doing any like groupings or anything to sell them, rehome them faster, sell them faster, or anything like that?
I can do that. I need them out.
So you're going to do like a late night Leo discount deal thing too?
Exactly. Huh? Yes, they will be on my page.
So your page is
SoCal Herps.
There you go. SoCal Herps on Facebook, right? And Instagram too? Instagram,
YouTube, Twitter.
Awesome.
You name it, you got it.
Is it one word?
It's all one word.
Oh, there it is.
SoCal Herps.
Oh, now I found it.
Yeah.
You should see a big crocodile skink on the center of the page.
Yeah, that's cool.
So there you go. Are you going to do are you going to do an album, or are you going to mark certain animals as part of the late night Leo deal?
There'll be an album. Yeah, there'll be an album on the page. Just look for late night Leos.
Okay.
And I'll package all temperature set females. There'll all be Max Snows, and there'll be patternless Max Snow, blizzard Max Snows, and just your normal Max Snows.
Nice.
All right. Very cool. Very cool. So.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and grab another caller, okay, Matt? But it was great having you on.
Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Take it easy, Matt.
Talk to you guys later. Talk to you
later.
All right. Bye. All right, so let's go ahead and grab a mystery caller. Hello, you're on the air. 859 area code.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
Good. How are y'all?
Who's it? Good.
This is Emily from Geckos.
Hey.
Oh.
Oh gosh.
How's it going? What's up?
Good. How are y'all?
Good. What's that? The gecko that you guys made in that album? It doesn't have a description. Maybe you can tell everybody.
I'm not too sure. My dad put it up there, but hold on, I'll look.
You caught her off guard.
Gecko, I just called to listen. I don't want to talk.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't hit the button.
Oh, see?
Blog Talk's been having that where they'll just put you through.
It's okay. You can talk to us. Only Morgan bites. It's all good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. It's a hypo lavender.
Oh, nice.
Right on.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
We've
thank
had
you guys.
quite a few hatchlings hatch out, and we're gonna make a for sale album that has quite a few more for you guys.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, that's definitely cool.
$100 shipped.
Very cool.
All right, we'll let you go, Emily, and we'll grab some more callers, all right? Thank you for calling in.
All right.
Thanks,
no problem.
Emily.
Have a great night.
You
Bye.
too.
Thank you. All right, let's go ahead and we'll just pick Jeremy. Jeremy, how you doing?
Good evening.
Hey, Jeremy.
What's going on, guys? How you been?
A long time to
Alive.
Do what?
I'm alive. That's how I've been. Alive.
Alive,
Yeah.
but busy.
So what's new,
Yeah.
bud?
Same stuff. Just called to listen in. Haven't heard the show for a while. Kind of missed it, to be honest. And I'm sure a lot of other people have too.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one feeling that way.
You know, it'll be a new show though. There's a new show is coming. I promise. It'll happen. I'll make it happen eventually.
Well, you kind of just shut off on us. It's like, wait, what happened? We were going good, and then all of a sudden it just, I don't know what happened.
I met a woman, so that kind of explains
There you
itself.
go. Where's that button?
That's done to happen.
Done. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to go to Spain, and now I'm getting ready to go to Ukraine. So hopefully I'll get some shows there of some breeders that we don't have open communication with. So that would be really cool to see how they care for animals.
That would be cool.
But, yeah.
So in your journeys abroad, have you gone herping at all?
No. I did. I went to a pet store in Spain. That's about as far as I got, and I got to see some really cool dogs. They've got white chihuahuas and white little dogs, and it was just dogs. It was crazy, but I didn't really even see any birds. I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I bought a beetle while I was in Spain, which turned into a fiasco coming back. You have to fill out that form that says what you brought back, and so I thought it was an agricultural product, and then someone on the plane said, I went ahead and crossed it out, and then I put animal product, and it wasn't that, so I crossed it out, and then of course when I turn in this paper with all this stuff checked and then the check marks crossed out, that raised a bunch of flags, and I was like, it's just a beetle. No, it's not a lot.
Oh, man.
What a nightmare.
Yeah, that's crazy. Forget that.
Well, sometimes that paperwork isn't exactly the clearest. You can read it and you'll think one way and you'll keep thinking about it as you're going along. You're like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. Let me go back. Reread it, and it's still it changes. It changes the way you interpret it.
Yeah, especially when you're on a 16-hour flight and you're getting grumpy because people on the plane and But so Jeremy, you just Frito, or are you going to be adding some more stuff to your album for us?
I've got quite a few Leos that was just kind of playing around just because I'm still fairly new to breeding Leos, so I was just playing, and I've got some simple recessives and stuff like that.
Right on.
Probably be around between 9 and a dozen animals roughly that I'll have for sale.
Nice. So we'll have to do another show so everybody can catch up on making their for sale albums.
Yeah. Well, 4th of July, like you said, everybody was busy. I know Eric was busy moving, and I hope that's going smoothly for you, Eric, because that can be a nightmare.
Yeah, right now it's done, luckily. I mean, we combined 2 places into one, and we got them both here successfully. Now it's just trying to piece the house together. That's probably the most difficult part, trying to figure out, I'm used to how I had things, she's used to how she had things, and now we're having to try to figure out how we are going to be used to things.
You have to blend.
Yeah, exactly. And, doing that with her 3-year-old coming around, her 3-year-old's around all the time, so it's balancing family time, unpacking time, all that other good stuff. And then my son's going to be a senior in high school, so we always got to be out of town for his stuff, and, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it seems to be getting busy for everybody. Morgan, he's busy at, seeing the things that he does. You and Brett and everybody just seems to be, it was fairly simple. It was just geckos before. Now it just seems like there's so much more.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But geckos, ultimately, it's family. It's not just the geckos. I mean, the geckos are our family, but, like, our friends are our family, and our family is our family. So, your family gets busy from time to time, and I look at it like visiting distant relatives. You see them for one holiday, and then you may not see them again for a little bit, and then you get around to seeing them consistently for holidays, and then you may not see them again. So I guess that's kind of how I view gecko breeding and my friends in the gecko business. Like, even though we're quiet and we're not always talking, we're still family, we're still there, we still get together, and we'll still have fun doing it, It just takes time.
There you go. Yep, there you go. That's a good way to put it, Eric.
Yeah, so, I don't try not to stress about that stuff because it's going to come around. It's a tire. It's a wheel. It all cycles around. Morgan is going to get married, and, his life's going to settle down for a little bit, and then he'll be back to hitting geckos hard, really, I mean, not just breeding because he's going to do that, but, like, getting involved, getting late night Leos going again, or some version of it, or something, and then we'll all migrate back to this central thing that is like a light bulb to bugs outside on your porch, And
we're drawn to late night Leos. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we're all drawn to late night Leos. Morgan, you're the hub, man. Don't let us down.
Well,
no pressure.
We're drawn to Fauna Vault. Fauna Vault's where we're drawn to.
There you go. Exactly.
We're moving.
There you go. Fauna Vault. There you go.
Yeah.
But either way, there's always a central thing, so.
Right.
Huh?
That's awesome. Yep. I understand that. So it just seems funny that everybody has gotten, since Late Night Leos Morgan decided to go off and do other things. It's it got quiet there for a while, and like you said, it just kind of everybody dispersed, and you see things here and there, but you don't really talk about in-depth project stuff, and ask in-depth questions about stuff, one of those, just things I notice.
Yeah,
I enjoy talking and chatting about different projects, what's popping up, and coming out, and weird randoms and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, I noticed it too. I just didn't say anything about it because, figured it's natural cycle.
Yeah, it really is terrible. Like, when you're working so much and, you're talking to people, and then it's like, I can only jump on and say, hey, for a second, and it's like, I only get to see a couple pictures every month, which is terrible. But what I'm thankful for is that we're all still, we've lost a few members, but we're all still pretty much here. Not everybody has dropped out of breeding over the year, and which is funny because, like, in geckos, in anything else they say people drop out over the years, but like in geckos, people drop out over the year. Yeah.
Get in the year and drop out in the year.
Yes. Yeah, breed one season.
People think it's a get-rich-quick scam or scheme or something, they use it for monetary gain, and some of us that are the long-termers, are the people that enjoy it for the hobby, for just looking. I like looking at my geckos, man. That's what takes me. I hate cleaning. The biggest reason I hate cleaning is because I like to pull them out. I like to look at them. I go to different lights and, check them out under sunlight, check them out under fluorescent light. And, I'm like, ooh, look at this, and ooh, look at that. And I go to my wife, hey, look at this. Look at, she's looking, yeah, okay, it looks like a leopard gecko. But look at this and this, and look. I'm oogling over it like I just found a diamond in the rough type of thing. But it's just something I produced, and I'm happy about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's what it's about, and you're right. People think it's a get-rich-quick scheme, and it's not. It's. I could tell you right now, having only done it for like a couple seasons. I'm on my third season now, but it's definitely not a get-rich-quick, scheme. I'm not living it up on a yacht somewhere, having somebody take care of my geckos for me. Trust me that. Trust me on that. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely not that. I mean, you guys can attest. You spend more time cleaning than you do selling or anything else, and I'm like Jeremy, and luckily, people have come to accept it. But I'm like, ooh, look at this one, look at this one, look at this one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's definitely, it's definitely more fun to look at my geckos than it is to sell them. I mean, to be honest. I'm always sad when they go, because I'm like, oh, I'm never going to get to see you again, but that's okay. You're going to a good home, but we had some good times hanging out.
And the things I really like when I do sell a gecko, speaking of stimulus, I like to see how the gecko's being, how it's come along since I've sold it. I like when my customers, hey, check out this. I've got a few that on the regular will send me pictures and PMs. Hey, check this out. Look at how good she's doing. Look how good he's doing. Look at what he's produced this year or last year or whatever. I'm like, wow, that's really cool, because then I get to, I stay in contact with those people. They become my friends, and I talk to them regularly, and it just becomes more than just leopard geckos or just, whatever it is.
Yeah, and that's what I hope. And I've sold a few, and I've not seen really one of them come back around and get pictures of them or anything like that. I mean, I wish people would message me and say, hey, I got this gecko from you at a show, or because I did sublease, I guess if you will call, desk space or table space from another breeder that was willing, and I did sell a couple of them, and it would be nice to kind of find out like how the genetics are working in their projects. It would be cool to see a son or daughter of Skull Morgan's gecko. I'm just thinking that out because he's really pushing like the pictures on Skull's kids. But it would be cool, like you said, Jeremy, to make friends that way and to share in the joy of passing on the DNA.
Right. Have you ever tried PMing those your past clients just to find out how they're doing and what's going on, and if they're happy or not happy or just anything? I like to hear anything. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. Yeah,
exactly. The only one that I know of for sure was Brendan of Herp Morphs, and he's already gotten out. So I saw my gecko. He was trying to offload it, and that's the last I've seen of it. The other ones, the other ones were
my afterback.
Yeah, huh?
I want my afterback that I traded him for that Wheeler eye. I want that girl back bad.
Yeah. Well,
she was
gonna have to find out who has it now. Yeah.
Oh, I wish I would have known.
I was kind of bummed, I won't lie, when I saw that he was getting out, and I kind of messaged him, and I mean, I understood because he's a young kid, getting ready to just even barely start his life, and but still, I was kind of bummed that somebody I knew had my gecko and then offloaded my gecko. I'm like, the rest of them went over to Japan. They were, I wholesaled to the breeder. The breeder was getting ready to make a shipment over there, and I was running out of room, to be honest. I just was like, I don't have enough room for all of these geckos. So I kind of wholesaled a lot of geckos, not a lot, but a lot for me. And they went over to Japan, so I'm not going to ever know who has them and who doesn't have them.
Wow. Yeah. You know, the thing about wholesale is, like, it's such a not talked about subject, but almost everybody does it. You know, when you buy a hoverbaiter or anything from LLL Reptile, they send you that piece of paper that says, if you've got geckos for sale, we'll pay you bottom dollar for them, you know, and just to get them off your racks. And it has its purpose, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, it shouldn't be shunned or anything like that, because the big breeders that say just concentrate on your projects and don't wholesale, wholesale's bad, they're saying that because they don't want you to, you know, take their spot. That's what it is.
You're stealing their thunder.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I just felt bad because that was never my intention, was to get into wholesaling, but it was just, you know, at the show that I was at, there were other gecko breeders there, and people were like, well, I can get them cheaper from this dude over here or this person, and then you're just like, fine, whatever, you know.
Well, you mean those are the tire kickers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, you know, I had the intention of selling them, and I just, again, ran out of space, didn't have a choice, but that wasn't my intention. That's the only reason I feel bad. I don't think it's a negative in the industry. I mean, other people across the world want these things, so why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, like, you know, wholesale kind of brings a whole negative connotation to it anyways, only because wholesale doesn't, most times its meaning is more like it's mixed, like Bell and Trimper, or, you know, stuff that doesn't get along, Eclipse and Marble Eye or whatever, you know. So it's people's test breedings, but it's not always that. Some people just know their genetics and they want to wholesale them, and they decide, oh, I'm not going to disclose all the genetics because, you know, I'm wholesaling these animals. Why would I do that? But it's not necessarily always bad to have that. I don't know. You guys understand what I'm saying? It's I carry the negative vibe about it.
Yeah, I do. I mean,
Eric wholesaled to that guy that sent the shipment to Japan. His weren't pet geckos. The reason why they were wholesaled to Japan is because nobody in Japan's gonna say, hey, Eric, I want that raptor from you for $85, and I understand the shipping is $1,000. You know what I mean?
There you go. Yeah.
You have to wholesale. You have to wholesale to get it over the ocean. Like,
and I'm not going to pay for an exporter's license by any means. So.
Isn't that Morgan's next venture?
Exactly.
Yes.
Do I hear your calling here, Morgan?
What?
Do I hear that calling? Your exporter license?
Yes.
Your exporter's license, brother?
You know, my fiance said that we should only buy the most expensive and rare animals. So, I mean, that was like...
Sounds like Morgan's going to be broke for a long time. That's what that sounds like.
Oh, my God. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, wow, Morgan, he's rolling in the dough or something.
No, it's very expensive to go travel the world. Like, that's another thing is I'm working all the time, and I can't get on Facebook and talk with people because I really am, like, doing something. And I know a lot of times I'll be on Facebook, not if my mother's listening, I'm not on Facebook all day, but, you know, most of the day. And so I work and I'm on Facebook, but now I can't because I'm really trying to make money to be able to go around the world and see all these animals that I haven't been able to see yet because everything got crazy. But that's the plan. Yeah, import license.
Nice.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, that'll be cool. So, I mean, wholesale has its advantages to stimulating the economy for a small breeder like myself or Jeremy or Jeff or anybody. I mean, if you're spending more money taking care of the animals, which most of us do anyway, then sometimes you just gotta get money back. And you know, wholesaling is a decent, quick way to get some type of return. So it can stimulate the economy in a sense because not only are you getting some money back in your pocket, then you're also, if you're going to a mom and pop shop, like I was approached by a mom and pop shop, you're putting money in their